What is up, guys? If you've seen our recent video about 10 concepts we introduced, we showed a certain concept that everybody thought was crazy. And long story short, it's basically a factory that produces babies like the mother's womb. After the video we uploaded, a lot of you suggested to make a full video and explain how this facility would work. A concept like this would most likely be used by a couple that cannot have babies. The problem might come from the sperm or the egg. The first process in making a baby, you first have to fertilize the egg, and that's with a sperm cell. But this concept has put all those processes inside a machine. The sperm and the leg has to come to this facility, and the doctors can put it together to actually put it inside the machine. Right now, scientists could genetically modify foods and some animals to make them seem different or look different. But the goal of this concept is to basically adjust anything you want inside a baby. They believe you could adjust more than 300 genes in a human body. And for example, you could adjust the eye color, the hair color, the skin tone, the physical strength, height, and intelligence. So what that basically means is that the baby most likely will be nothing like the parent because everything is going to be edited. The good thing is they could adjust genetic problems and have the baby not be born with it. The designer of this concept says the mother doesn't have to suffer pain in giving birth anymore because their child could be grown in a laboratory and not in their stomach. So they don't have to suffer for 9 months and carry the baby around because the machine will take care of that. Let's not forget that this is a concept, and that means it's an idea and has not been made yet. So most likely in the future, something like this will be invented, but not anytime soon. Today's technology shows us that something like this is very much possible, but time has to move forward, so our technology will actually reach something like this. A giant factory that basically will act like the mother's stomach, and it could produce up to 20,000 babies a year. They say something like this will be great for countries with declining populations, countries like Japan, Bulgaria, or South Korea, and many other countries. In these countries, the average age of a woman has gone up, and most women do not want to have babies. Like in Japan, women over 40 are surpassing women under 40. And the lack of babies in these countries makes it dangerous in the population department. And that means when these people get old, the new young people have to work very hard to pay for their retirement, and that causes the economy to start declining. But the designers of this concept say the mother can keep working while the baby is being produced in the factory, and after 9 months, the baby is ready for them to take. Ectolife says to create something like this, it has to replicate the mother's womb, and that's why it needs an insane amount of technology to actually work properly. The sensors inside the machine will keep track of all the things the baby needs. Things like the way the baby's breathing, their heart rate, their temperature. This facility needs to be made in a way where artificial intelligence makes most decisions, so humans don't have to be present to work. Parents could go through an application and see what stage their baby is in, and see what their heart rate is or what the temperature is. They can even see a time lapse of the baby from day 1 all the way to 9 months. Just like we said, these containers have to be replicated like the mother's womb. And for the baby to hear the mother's heart, there's artificial sound playing inside the machine. And they could also play the mother and father's voice so the baby can get used to their voice. Because when the baby is in the mother's womb, they can actually hear what's going on outside. Inside the machine, there are 360-degree cameras so you can look at the baby from all directions. So how does the baby receive food in a machine like this? There is an artificial tube that goes into the belly button, and there is a machine in the center that has the nutrients the baby needs. This is the nutrient content that's needed for the baby, and things like hormones, growth factors, and antibodies that the mother has to give to the child is located inside this container. For the baby's meconium, which is basically the feces that comes out of a baby, there's also a container to collect all of that. And since we're really in the future and this is a concept, they could probably recycle that and turn it into more nutrients for the baby. So 9 months has passed and the baby is ready to be picked up. The mother and father are invited to watch the baby be born. When the baby is ready, the liquid is drained from the bottom and the glass door can finally open. After the baby is born, the parents could actually check their DNA to see how much it matches the baby. A facility like this cannot work on regular electricity. It has to have a lot of backups in case the electricity goes out, and a lot of babies will be damaged if there's no electricity. So it has to have a few backups, not just one. They say in the future, if parents want to actually have a baby, they might even be able to set up a facility, or should I say a machine, inside their home. And instead of staying in a warehouse, they could be at home. There are some people that call this idea very scary. They believe some groups of people might take advantage of an idea like this and do evilish things like create slaves or keep producing organs. What do you guys think?